the word cringeworthy has thrown out quite a bit these days.
Oh.
And the same could be said for what we just witnessed. Hey guys, it's Johnny and Melanie here, and last night was the season premiere of Total Divas on E! Network. The reality show that has cameras following around WWE divas. A select few of divas. They can't do the whole roster, even though they pretty much do the whole roster. Now, this picks up where last season left off, and last season left off with a little spat between Nikki Bella and John Cena about their lives together. John Cena doesn't want to get married again and doesn't want to have kids because he divorced his longtime high school sweetheart a few years ago and still kind of hurting over that. And he doesn't want to have kids because having kids in the wrestling business kind of destroys families. Unless your name's Mick Foley, and then you have awesome kids. But he kind of spent more time with them after his career was done anyway, so...
and then to do it.
It has more than enough money to do it. If he stopped buying old freaking busted up cars, then maybe he could.
And he writes books and stuff like that. So.
John Cena? Oh, we're talking about Mick Foley. Mick Foley writes books, yeah. I was talking about John Cena. It's like John Cena stopped buying busted up cars he could afford to, take care of his family and himself. Anyway. So that kind of cut off that last season with them deciding what they were going to do. Also, Eva Marie and her fiance, Jonathan, just had a blow-off with her family because they didn't approve of them getting married and engaged. Or, no, sorry, getting engaged without their consent. Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to do, kayfabe-wise, and Brie, they got engaged, and they're getting married soon. So we pick up from there. I think it's a few months later on. I don't know where this is.
Or so, wasn't it?
I can't remember when. I don't remember when the finale was, and it said March, so we're like right in the middle of WrestleMania season where they started filming last year, but I don't know where they are right now.
Okay.
I know it's well beyond SummerSlam because Daniel Bryan's still in the whole Authority storyline. But the big kicker this year is that JoJo is out and Mrs. Fandango, as JBL likes to call her, Summer Rae, is in, fresh out of developmental. And yeah, I guess the reason being that JoJo's no longer on the show is that she's boring as fuck.
No shit.
The last notable thing she did on the Total Divas show was break up with Eva Marie and sucking in the ring. Like I saw her wrestle, and they gotta cut her losses. I mean, she's still young. She's still got time to figure out what she wants to do with her life. Wrestling may not be that.
She's just a noob.
Yeah. So Summer Rae's in, who was killing it in NXT and is ready for prime time. And of course, being the new girl, nobody likes her, and they talk shit about her behind her back. They did the same thing with Eva Marie, but now they're all buddy-buddy and all that. And, like, creative tells them, oh, Summer Rae, we want you running with Eva Marie. And it's just like, well, we're going to be tag team partners. It's like, how? Okay, Summer Rae's the heel. Eva Marie, for all intents and purposes, is a face because they had the whole Total Divas versus the rest of the roster, and the rest of the roster are automatically heels. I think Caitlyn, in a shoot interview after she terminated her contract with WWE, was just like, I don't like the fact that you're putting me with the heels. I'm not a heel, but the fact that I'm not on the Total Divas shows automatically makes me a heel, and that sucks. So, I don't know what's going on with that. I've been talking this whole time. What are your thoughts about? Because you didn't see all of season 1. You just saw me watching it and me cringing at a lot of the show. Like, from what you saw season 1 and what you saw today, what are your thoughts on it? As someone who's not into pro wrestling at all.
Well,
you're into it a little.
I am, and I'm not. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're not the fan I am. Like,
you're not the religious fan.
I'm not a religious fan. I'm not.
I would say you're very close to religious.
Oh God.
I mean, you know more about this than I do. I mean, I'm like.
All praise to the higher power. It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin! You all fell for it!
See what I mean?
There we go, okay.
You proved my point. I didn't have to do anything. You just did it on
It's
your
me,
own.
Austin, all the time.
Or other things, I mean.
It's just business, Stephanie. Alright, well, okay, go on. Yeah, not the fan that I am, but...
It's just almost like any other reality show, except they actually show, like, wrestling and stuff. They're actually doing something, even though there's no intended goal. It's like it's a little bit of a soap opera.
The funny thing I find with...
I found their 30th birthday was a little silly.
Yeah, so it's actually... one story is that it's Brie and Nikki's birthday, and somehow... I kind of find it's funny how... Everyone's complaining. It's like, oh, we're on the road 300 days a year and we barely have any time to spend with our friends and family.
Really?
It's like, this show looks like they've got all the time in the fucking world. Yeah, they gotta go to conventions, they gotta go to appearances and signings and all that, but they got plenty of time to do everything else.
I know. I know. And even time to squeeze in their family from time to time. I mean, like... They pretty much had to think ahead of advance, not just about.
Yeah, well, it's mostly that most...
Not that I don't want.
Most wrestlers are stationed in Florida for some reason. I know the newbies are because that's where the Performance Center is, and that's where they tape NXT if they're not on the main roster.
Yeah.
But my guy, it's like don't every time I hear something, maybe that was back in the day. Maybe wrestlers today get a little more slack. Maybe they don't do as many house shows as they used to. I don't know. There hasn't been a house show here in a couple of years. Probably, yeah, there hasn't been a show here since after CM Punk's pipe bomb. So that's been about 2 or 3 years now. That's crazy. Maybe a new house show. And now that you've merged the rosters completely now, I'm fine with that. Am I not going to see the World Heavyweight Champion? Doesn't matter. Just give me an entertaining show. Anyway, back to the show. So yeah, like, you know, they put Summer Rae and Eva together. But as I was saying, it's like you were saying how they show like the wrestling too. I always find it funny is that they have that just generic opening by Michael Cole. Everybody like, "Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw," and then it's Natalya and Summer Rae on Superstars. It's like, this isn't Raw. This is pre-taped before Raw and shown on the internet. It doesn't count. Yeah. So, okay. So the whole thing is that this episode is all about Nikki getting sad because her and John are...
She's just trying to get over him.
Too many Johns on this show. We got Nikki with John Cena. We've got Trinity with real name John, Jimmy Uso, one half of the Usos. And then you got Eva Marie's Jonathan, who's all tatted up and got an ugly-ass nose ring. Too many Johns. Anyway, so it's all about Nikki and her being sad that everyone around her is getting married or is married. The other subplot of this episode is that Eva Marie and John eloped. They got married without their, well, Eva's parents' consent. John's mother apparently doesn't care because they said, "Oh yeah, we're married." She's like, "Oh, congratulations."
Well, here's the thing: it's the new century. Everyone's doing it or something.
The new century.
What?
The new century.
Well, come on, it's 2010-ish.
It's 2014, honey.
I know, but it's the era.
It's the eloping era. We had the Attitude Era, the PG era, and now the eloping era.
Oh, dear God.
So yeah, this, for Summer Rae debuting, they really don't show her off that much. Yeah. No, it was their 30th birthday, and I guess they're looking at Natalya getting rowdy when she gets drunk.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny outside.
Oh yeah, they're getting rowdy outside, and they're about to get arrested. Because it's like, is there trouble here? Like, that would never happen here in Moncton. Like, if people are like, you know, like having a spat outside, like yelling drunk.
Look on their faces. That was priceless.
It's like, I ain't going to jail over this. Let's get back inside and have fun. But that would never happen here. People have like arguments and spats outside drunk all the time. The worst that happens is the
slashing.
No. Slashing?
Well, I've seen someone actually take a knife at somebody. Right.
Well, yeah.
Plugs,
but the rodeo, someone got stabbed 2 times a week. That was normal.
Yeah. Or some place.
No, I'm talking about just like girls yelling and arguing with each other, or whatever.
Yeah,
The drunken
not
argument.
thinking quite well.
The worst that would happen is the bodyguards would just be like, "Oh, right, we get to throw somebody out and act like we're tough," and they throw their weight around and be dicks and all that. So we don't go to clubs anymore. I hate clubs. Anyways, yeah, that storyline actually didn't go really anywhere. Yeah, it's mostly Nick. The one thing I've noticed with this show is that they have those like confessionals where people stand in the camera and they talk and talk and talk. Nikki will not shut the fuck up. She's the front and center. This ought to be her show. It's all about her. Like the other ones are just well, I can understand why it's about her. She is dating the top guy in WWE. She is dating John Cena, whether he's got the belt or not. He's the top guy. And that's probably another reason why they kicked JoJo off, is because she wasn't dating anyone. There was rumors going around that she was dating Randy Orton. But that quickly fizzled. Maybe they are still dating. I don't know. I mean, he's dating fresh off of his divorce, so why not? He's giving her the RKOs out of nowhere.
Okay.
She hates it when I try to put wrestling moves on her. Like I'm like working away at the computer. I'm doing all this stuff, and then she'll come behind, try to give me a hug from behind. I'll be like, "Oh, I love you." RKO out of nowhere, and it's just like, Johnny, I hate RKOs. I'm like, all right, fine, won't do it anymore. Or I try to lock up or give her chops. She hates that. Absolutely hates it when I do wrestling moves on her.
He's doing it in a playful way.
Yeah, it was, and I guess the other part of this was, the whole Eva Marie, that her and John got married behind her parents' back.
Yeah.
Her family came out to go see her in Florida, and at first she panicked. She's like, "Oh, we gotta get all your stuff out here because I don't want them knowing that we're living together." So throws all of his shit into a bag and throws it out, not taking down the pictures, and she's got like these two brothers who are like,
they're complete dicks.
Well, they wear. Here's why they wear affliction gear. Even the dad was wearing affliction gear. I was like, "What the fuck? Are you guys in fucking MMA? No, you're wannabe MMAs." Buddy with the beard looks like that stereotypical Hispanic dude I see in every movie. Not Danny Trejo. I don't know his name. He was in like Training Day. Not the guy who went like, "I like getting my shit punched in." Not that one. Oh god, I strained my... Ow! I strained myself. He was the other dude. Bald dude. He's like in every movie. It's like, okay, we need a Hispanic. Oh, get Buddy there with the mustache. That's what this guy looks like, and he acts like him too. And he's all like... And I guess like later on she throws in their face, it's like, okay, we're like super religious and we're all about like, no living together until after we're married and no sex before marriage, whatever. And it's like, you two assholes, you've got living girlfriends, so don't fucking talk to me about this.
She did have a really good point.
Yeah. At first she was like all crying, and then she's just like, look, I told you, it's out there, it's done, we have to deal with it. It's like, no, we don't have to deal with it. It's like, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want us to break up? Yes. Fuck you, we're not going to do that. And then the dad freaks out. It's like, I'm tired of this. It's over. And he walks away. He was the most animated when they told that he asked for his blessing, and it's like, oh, wait. Oh, you already are engaged, and he's like, no, flat out no. It's like, okay, you're not cool with this. It's like, no, you're not getting married. I'm like, we are consenting adults. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
She said she was 29 years old, so.
That's where I kind of have a little issue. If now, like, we're treating all this as it's real. I mean, this is as scripted as an episode of Monday Night Raw. To be honest, all reality television is. Except honestly, when they first started out, maybe was kind of real, but then the casting call started happening, and they're just like, all right, we need, attractive people. It's like with remember Fear Factor, Joe Rogan's show, where he makes people climb heights, do stunts, and
I haven't seen that show in ages, and then they would eat bugs.
Eat bugs and horse balls, whatever, and blend it up and shit. But
something gross.
Yeah, and then here's the thing: when it first started off, they had real people, they had real contestants, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're from here and here, so all right, how do you look in a bikini? All right, you're good. Like, they just stop giving a fuck, right? It's just like, we need hot people on here to get people to watch. That's not really reality, but anyway.
That's just get you famous fast.
Yeah, whether this part was scripted or not is inconsequential. But for me, I don't know. Am I ever? I'm not religious at all. Like, I wouldn't consider myself an atheist, but I'm just not part of any organized religion and don't personally believe in it myself. If you want to believe in it, that's fine. It's just, you know, not what I do. But I still keep some core values from Christianity in mind. Getting people's blessings before anything. I mean, when I went to go, it was important to me personally when I met your parents and your grandparents, especially in PEI, when your grandma pulled me aside and she's like, "You good to my granddaughter?" I said yes. And she said, "You going to treat her right?" I said yes. I said, well, she said, "Welcome to family." Then.
I forgot that.
So that's important to me. But then it's just like, hey, I'm the boyfriend, and guess what? We're gay. Fuck you! Fuck you! That's the family. That was the family to John.
Well,
I mean,
John.
Yeah, I would never do that. It's just like, hey, mom and dad, what? Oh yeah, I married your daughter last week. It's fine. If we eloped, that would kill our parents. That would kill the family.
That would kill both my family because that's kind of
yeah.
Yeah,
because we want to have a big wedding. We have a big wedding. Hey, we're straight off Total Divas. So
yeah,
it's been like weeks, and Cena and Nikki avoid each other backstage. They said hi to like the Wizard WonderCon in Austin. Then she sent him a text, and I started laughing. You know at what part? Because everyone's got iPhones in this show. And Nikki's iMessage ringtone is the standard Apple text messaging sound. Diddly, diddly. Which WWE used for the anonymous Raw general manager whenever he sent an email. So as I heard her phone go off, go diddly, diddly, I'm like, may I have your attention, please? I've just received an email from the anonymous Raw general manager. And I quote, I'm surprised near the end of that thing, Michael Cole didn't just milk it for all it was worth. But then, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Thank God for Jerry Lawler having a heart attack. I'm glad he's alive. I don't wish death upon him. But had Jerry Lawler not had that heart attack, we still might have heel Michael Cole. And that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. Old DDP reference for the win. So yeah, she sent in a text saying that I'm flying out to San Diego, come meet me. So she gets all gussied up, and everyone's like, what if he proposes? Oh my god. Even Jaden Private's like that. It's like, Nicole, stop being a woman. Or stop being a girl. What if he does this? What if he does that? Just like, woman the fuck up. Put on a sexy dress and go meet him. Jaden Private's like, man, John Cena's doing everything I would do, it's just better. So the episode ends with John Cena suit and tie with two glowing glasses and a champagne bottle. All of a sudden there's
flowers instead. Yeah. I'm like, where? Casket! Okay, fine, whatever. What else? Where did he put the bottle of wine and the
Cinema Sins. Everything wrong with Total Divas in 7 minutes or less.
Oh, shit.
John Cena has wine glasses and a wine bottle this scene, but all of a sudden has flowers in this scene. And then she goes, well, I'm here, and then it goes, boom, to be continued. And then it shows, like any good show, it's like, hey, we're spoiling all the good parts of this season for you, which shows them in, like, a pool. I think I see Brie dropkick somebody in a pool. We're going to get to see Trinity and John's wedding in Hawaii with the rest of the Samoa family. I'm hoping to see the family. I want to see Atha. I want to see Sika. I want to see. Oh wait, Captain Lou wasn't a Samoan, and he's dead. I want to see Rikishi. I want to see. Wait, was Jamal? No, Rosie. Jamal turned into Umanga, and who unfortunately no longer with us. I want to see Rosie. I want to see the superhero in training or shit.
Okay.
They paired him up with the Hurricane, who was doing the superhero thing. He's like, "You've got potential. You're gonna be my superhero in training. SHIT. So people are gonna be chanting, 'Let's go shit! Let's go shit!'" I always love when they do. I always love it when they do youth movements like that. It's like when Lance Storm captured, I think, the WCW United States title and renamed it the Saskatchewan Hardcore International title. Or shit. Yeah, so upcoming this season, Trinity and John's winning in Hawaii with the Samoans. Hey, maybe The Rock will show up.
Huh?
Maybe The Rock will show up.
Well, yeah.
The Rock is part Samoan. That's part of his heritage.
Yeah.
What else is coming up? Oh yeah, they're talking about the whole, like, the thing I never caught in the premiere was just like telling Summer Rae to close her legs. So I guess there's a scene with her and Johnny Curtis, ANKA, Fandango, which she screws up in the beginning. She's like, "I am valet to the one and only Fandango." I'm like, no, you have to let the A's breathe. It's fun. Dog. Go. Gang. Every day that I'm always reminded of Kevin Flash Ninja Gaiden. Normally they say Ninja Gaiden. Gaiden. So yeah, apparently they like her and Johnny Curtis are making out, and I guess she really will become Mrs. Fandango. And they also show the horribleness that is Oksana breaking Trinity's eye. I'm surprised she didn't get her walking papers. It's like, you damaged one of our total divas. Why do we still have you employed? We broke you up from Cesaro. You shouldn't be here anymore. I remember when she was, they brought her in the house show because she was still doing the whole I'm dating Teddy Long thing. And she like did this thing with the then, I can't even remember the name of the girl. She was a ring announcer and then she quit because, oh no, she got fired because she did a topless scene in like a direct-to-DVD National Lampoon movie. So this is the thing with, here's the thing with the divas now. You cannot do any porn or any topless anything prior to signing. If you do, you're gone. Like, Caitlyn was like the last one to kind of get away with it because she's got risque photos on the internet. And one of them shows, like, she's got a tattoo of lipstick on her ass. Like, lip prints.
Okay.
And she was like the last one. Like, they hired some Amazonian girl and then found, like, Kiki S&M pictures, and they're like, no, you're fired. The one that took it, the last strict. People to take it really seriously was like Candice Michelle, who turned out to be like a 3-time Divas champion, and they kept her around because she did the GoDaddy ads. Had they known that she did softcore porn before that, I don't think they would have hired her on. Anyway, I can see you're getting uncomfortable with me talking about former divas and their aspirations in porn.
Softcore porn is so freaking boring. Seriously, you felt.
Why are we high-fiving on that?
What?
Why are we high-fiving on that? Softcore porn is boring!
We agree on it! I can't. First name, now you. Oh shit, Johnny. Are you okay? I mean, for crying out loud, it's just really
okay. So yeah, Trinity. So what we got to look forward to this Trinity and John's wedding. Summer Rae can't keep her legs closed. Trinity gets injured by Oksana weeks before WrestleMania when she's supposedly supposed to take the title.
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie probably can't have kids. Another one that's all bearing down there. We see a clip of John Cena walking away from Nikki saying, "You're such a hypocrite," and then this one tear she says, "Fuck my life," and like this mascara-filled tear down her cheek.
Mascara tear.
This is going to be a rough season. Not like the first season was like gold, but The only thing I found funny of the season is when JoJo and Eva Marie are walking backstage, like, oh my god, this is the best! Out comes Sheamus with his face blurred. He's just like, nah, fella, don't film me! It's like, I wonder who that pasty-faced ginger is! Oh wait, that's Sheamus! Who's wearing Celtic tights? Who's the one wrestler in WWE without any skin pigmentation? I wonder who that is. I did notice though that this episode.
Who's the redhead who matches the wall?
The one thing I mentioned, or I saw though, that they blurred out a lot of stuff. It looked like when they're doing the interview with the Divas in the backstage, it looked like they had the entire week run sheet behind them, and it was all blurred out. It's just like, okay, Daniel Bryan versus Fandango. Daniel Bryan goes over. Summer Rae versus Natalia. Natalia goes over, and all that. And it's like, yeah, let's keep that on the download. We don't need to know. We don't need to let people know that we actually have this shit planned out, and this was like Raw 6 months ago, or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, that's episode 1. We'll see you guys next week for episode 2. Remember, kids, softcore porn is boring. Don't leave me hanging. There we go. Bye.